I still think Caleb Williams is going to be a Bear. But Fields has played well enough where he is certainly one of the 32 best quarterbacks in the world who will be a starter somewhere next year, here or elsewhere, which means, as Bears fans, we've never experienced this before. History of the franchise. It's never happened. Not with Mitch, not with Cade, not with Rex. A quarterback that we invested in early as a drafted player who we're like, yeah, go somewhere else. You're definitely good enough to start for someone else, but you're not good enough to start for us. It's never happened before.
No, you're right. Because I keep thinking about what Chase Daniel, our 3 o'clock guest, told us a few weeks back, which is that Justin is going to be between 20 and 25, right? And so you got a guy who's going to play in the league, and I don't want to settle for that if that's what it is. But this Sunday looked a hell of a lot better than that.
Much better than that.
And that's why it's still confusing for me.
Absolutely. Okay. So now, where I am today, and people, like you said, flip-flopping, new information, whatever, is this. Well, I will tell you what I think I would do and what I think they would do, and those are not always aligned. Ryan Poles has earned the benefit of the doubt. These are two good options. We're not used to that. Trade the number 1 pick for a king's ransom and build around Justin Fields and have continuity. That's a good team next year.
You're instantly a playoff caliber threat from day one.
No question. Trade Justin Fields for multiple draft picks, a second-round pick, maybe a future first-round pick, depending on how well he's played and how valued he is around the league, and draft someone that, if Poles is right, like he was right about Tyreek Stevenson, like he was right about Jaquan Brisker, like he's been right about Darnell Wright, like he was right about identifying DJ Moore, he's been right about a lot of things. If he decides, I got a quarterback, and I was in Kansas City when they moved on from Alex Smith for Pat Mahomes, and I know what special looks like, and I know how to develop it.
And sometimes you got to go for special.
And you got to, because I'm not interested in being a 10-win team next year. I'm not interested in being the Titans of a few years ago with Ryan Tannehill, with Derrick Henry and a good defense and a hot defensive coach, and they won a playoff game, and that's it. That was their peak. I want 10 years of sustained success and sustained greatness. If he says there's a quarterback in this class that is better than Justin Fields, that is also really exciting and a really good thing. And maybe it's a half step back next year from what Fields would be because it's a rookie and it's the learning curve and all that.
Maybe, but maybe you're the 2012 Seahawks with rookie Russ.
Absolutely.
And your Legion of Boom version of your defense and a rookie quarterback still gets far.
It's not a normal situation for a rookie quarterback to come into.
Right.
They've got really good young players on both sides of the ball, plus cap space, plus a competent GM, plus a ton of draft capital this year. Next year's team should be good with Justin Fields or with a rookie quarterback.
And the rookie might be a step back, but it might not be as big a step back as you're thinking.
Correct. So where I sit today is the Bears' fork in the road moment. Very significant, very tough decision, a career-defining decision. But neither option is bad. And frankly, no matter how much tape I watch, games I watch, people I talk to, articles I read, stats I do, opinions that I give, the guy's got more information. He's going to talk to 30 people about Caleb Williams. He's going to talk to 30 people he's going to talk to high school girlfriends and high school coaches and their science teacher. And he's going to talk to everybody. And it's not going to be about James McMahon party for 8 and a Toyota Camry and a dinner reservation in North Carolina. He's going to do his work, and he's going to make a decision, and it's going to be an informed decision, and history suggests it's probably going to be a pretty damn good one. So in
terms of his decisions.
In terms of Ryan Poles' decision,
there's only a couple of bad ones.
On Fields and draft capital, or Caleb and less draft capital. That's the decision. I think both of those options are really damn good and really exciting, personally.
I think they are exciting. I think that it's dangerous sometimes to think about what the first quarterback taken in the NFL draft in the past 15 years has become. And it's what we talk about all the time. It's just so difficult to get it right. And it's why Peter King was early to lean on sticking with Fields and trading for a king's ransom. That's why Brian Baldinger got there to that place. I believe this morning on Twitter, Brian Baldinger got there. It's why it's happening a little bit all over the league, and we don't know what Ryan Poles' decision is going to make is going to be. It's really interesting because I have wanted to, as we do, stake our put a stake in the ground, like this is how I feel, and remain there. And every time Mully and Haugh have said, you know what, I'm not going to make that decision because I don't need to just yet. That's what they've been saying about Fields for 5 or 6 weeks. I've listened to that and say, is that a cop out to our? No, it's actually kind of admitting that Ryan Poles doesn't have to make the decision either.
Of course,
he doesn't have to. He can use this whole entire 7-week run. He can use all the interviews you're talking about with Caleb. You know, we desperately run to it.
What are you willing to trade me for Justin Fields? What are you willing to trade me for the number 1 pick in the draft? What does my intel tell me about? Of course, there's way more information to come. I'll just tell you this. I'm too opinionated and talk show host guy to not tell you where I feel. And like, if that means that I have multiple opinions on this, but I love Justin Fields, man. I've said it before. Most exciting player with a ball in his hands in a Bears uniform in my lifetime, including Devin Hester. I'm a fan. I'll root for him wherever. I'm thrilled that he got his flowers and people chanted his name.
Yeah.
But if Ryan Poles decides to move on from him, I'm not going to be mad. I'm going to be excited because that means that a really smart football guy thinks he can do much better than Justin Fields. And much better than Justin Fields is special. Like, if that exists, which we know it does, right? There are obviously quarterbacks in the NFL who are much better than Justin Fields. If he thinks he can get one of those guys to be quarterback of the Bears, it's what I've wanted literally my entire life. So whichever door he chooses.
This very unique Chicago sports situation.
Oh, it really is.
It's pretty damn exciting. But Luke Getsy might be back.